What's up, y'all? I'm missing a camera. Am I missing a camera or just... Yeah, I just had it off. What did I have it off for? That is weird. Okay. Be right back. Hold on. I was right. What was I doing? I got the phone. I don't know if I have it transferred though. Give me a second. Don't do it. Alright, what's oh shit, let's get assembled. Yeah, we're not even assembled, are we? What's up, y'all? J-Bot is here. Okay, good. Everything's working okay. Knock on wood. Let's get assembled first off. Lock force assemble! Well, hey, puppy. Oh no, that puppy. You don't see J-Bot? J-Bot's connected. We got an obligatory siren going there too. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Rune in the house as always. What's up, James Randolph? Nate G, Outlaw, Retired Butcher Boy, Anthony, what's up? Chevy Dude, what's going on? Nate G, your like button broke again. That's terrible. Finley, what's up? Yes, the pin kit edition. Because I've got some pins up there on the front. I've got another wee woo coming. Dave A, what's up? Dana Reed, Mr. T in the house, Steven Zai, Zoe, Kurt O, Gumby. Gumby's driving. I saw that message yesterday. Stay safe on the road, Gumby. Willard Locks, what's up? Doused. Ken Nixon, good morning. Devo, SM, what's up? Who'd he call first? Oh, yeah, he got you. He got you. Finally. Kane, what's up? Good morning. What's up, dang it, Wes? Yeah, it has been a week. It's actually been slow here, which means I was able to get my SCHLAGE kit done. Remember the SCHLAGE kit we did last Saturday? If you weren't here, we received a wound in the hand that, yes, has not healed yet. I've performed surgery a couple of times on it, and I still believe there is some debris in there. Probably will perform another round of surgery tonight on it. Still alive though, Dana. Yeah, I think there was a tiny sliver of wood, like really old wood in there that I just couldn't see. And there's something still in there, but yeah, we received a pin kit, and I combined two kits. Jason did a pin kit and did a pin kit video, which is ridiculously long, as most pin kit videos can be. But the end result is here, and y'all get to see it before the video is actually released. Once I get done editing out a bit of it. It was a pain in the ass. Wasn't that bad until I got to the master wafers. It's one of those projects I've always wanted to do. Shit's been here for like 20 years. I was like, I gotta get this in the kit. I've got two perfectly good metal kits here. Boop. J-Bot doesn't know anything. He really doesn't. Alright, Jonathan has a question for James on a Titan 6-pin. So, Randolph, you're up. Yeah, I saw your comment on the video. It happened right before live, and I really didn't have time to answer that question. But, James, you're up. He has a question about a Quickset Titan crossover master key. And so what counts as watching? Now you just be in here and super chats boost it up. So that counts as watching. Just like being here. I don't... it can tell you're here. My J-Bot can tell you're here. He may be a little dumb, but he knows you're here most of the time. Kevin K, you getting rain? We are getting cool weather tomorrow, supposedly, like the rest of the week. I still don't believe we're completely done with summer, but it's dropping down to like 80s is the high. Zach M. Oh, man, it scrolled. Zach M, where were you? There you go. What's up? Good morning, Matt. All right, Jonathan. How do you make a 6-pin Titan work with 6-pin master key and 5-pin guest key? James, you're still up. No, Rune. Don't be listening to Rune on that one. Don't be listening to Rune on that one. He hadn't gotten to play with too many quick sets. Which he's happy about, I know. But that would be a negative. Damn it scrolled again. Yeah, the half Everest keys are split construction keys. I saw that, your comment. You know, I've never really run across those. That is entirely a stupid idea, in my opinion. I guess they just did what they did, but like, so how does that work? Now I know does the machine hold the keys enough for you to do that? I've got them right here. Boop, 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 boop. And the front half of them are blank, and the last half are definitely cut, but they're cut to the same thing. So the question is, was this a hey? Because I see a 2 and a 9. Now, in Master Key System for SCHLAGE back now, you got to remember back in the 80s and 90s era, or whenever Everest came out, I guess, which would be late 90s, somewhere around 2000 era. But yes, it was kind of weird seeing the cutout of them. We'll look at them a little bit closer. But I never even really thought about split key construction key. which I did comment about in the video that we were going to upload one day. But interesting. Sushi, what's up? Nasty old wood is the worst. Yeah, depending on how you look at it, I guess. Yeah, you're the Titan expert today, man. Golden power chair, Finley. Like a handicap type chair. No, you're not supposed to say that. Enabled, whatever type chair. Power, small four-wheeler. Honestly, is what it is. Jonathan did, James. When did we change the clocks? I saw that notification. Apparently, that did not get banned yet. So, I guess it's coming up in a couple of weeks, I heard. It is a dumb idea. But that's the problem. If you have a 6-pin Titan master key and everybody else, and you're using it in a 5-pin Tylo, for instance, that does not have a 6th chamber, then basically you're ignoring the first cut and master key and whatever else from 2 through 6, which is technically 1 through 5 in that case. James Randolph does not want to answer that question. Yeah, I don't know how that works. I know you're not supposed to say it. Disabled? I don't know what word you're supposed to use for that now. I mean, like, you're not supposed to say handicap parking place. You're supposed to say something else. And I don't quite remember offhand what that is. Oh, we need to change this. Hold on. We need to do not disturb myself here. Okay, I do need to charge my phone because I got to plug it in up there. And pinning kit. Yes, we got to do pinning kit. Yeah, you can use the 6-pin because, like, every one of the color keys that we have up here, we're probably not supposed to say that either, but I do. Like, as long as this shoulder is offset on the bottom, you know it's capable of doing Titan. So if somebody brings in a Titan key or a quickset key, especially if the number 1 cut, or if they just did a number 1 cut, it's kind of hard to tell. You can definitely tell when it's got the square in, but basically, yeah, that 6 cut's squeezed up here. So any of these keys, KW, what is it, 11 or 9, 10, any of them with the bottom shoulder, and that's why they make all these like this, so they're most compatible with everything. Because pattern keys came out when Titan was popular. Titan was very popular when they started doing the whole colored key things. They are also the only minority group you can join in at any given time. Yeah, we were wondering about Frank's mom. Or we hadn't seen Frank, and it's gotten cooler, so we were expecting to see Frank walking, and Frank's mom broke her foot again. I ran into her the other day, so that's why we hadn't seen Frank. And then another friend of ours broke her both of her feet. Oh, everybody's breaking feet. I've been very careful too about that because I'm thinking about that now more and more. Now that everybody's breaking their feet, I'm like, okay, I got to be really careful where I'm walking and stepping off of curbs. Both of them were just walking, like stepping off of a thing. Oh, and we had a dude out here. We had a medical event the other day. Dude out here, his legs collapsed. We've known him for like 20 years. And his legs just fell out. He was waiting on the J-Tram bus, so Kim sat out there with him for like 20 minutes. And I really feel bad for him because they are going to limit his movement now. like he's stuck in an assisted living, and with that event transpiring, he's going to be limited to being able to go anywhere. More so. Because you know they're going to tell on him. But it was sad. The bus driver didn't want to get him on the bus, and I was like, use your handicap assisted disabled lift. Like, it was a small bus with a lift. And I was like, we can get him on. Just get him back to the assisted living facility. But no, he called the AMR, and AMR is going to charge $2,000, if not more nowadays. What, probably $3,000 easily to get him to the hospital when all he needed to do was get back home. So yeah, I've been being a lot more careful ever since I saw her in the boat, and everybody's like having these mishaps. I've been being a little bit more careful. Anyway, pin kit. You have to rekey it tighten on a motel door. It only turns left to unlock. The knob itself is self-locking. There's a master system. Can I cost? Yes, just ignore the one. So they have a storeroom function quick set? Ooh. And it only turns left to unlock. They have a storeroom function on a motel door. It's got to be like a hopefully it's a maintenance door or something like that. Yeah, there's a lot of motels. There's a difference between a hotel and a motel. Quickset is very common on motels and small little areas like that. Even in a lot of ours. I found out there's a way to use the YouTube app to see when you subscribe to a channel. It was something I've been wondering for a while. Good way to prove how OG. Yeah, I've been able to see that for a minute from one side. I know, I remember, I came close. I came out and I slipped on, I had built a handicap ramp for our three-legged German Shepherd. And one year I decided to walk out there when it was a little bit icy, and I slipped on it, landed on my shoulder, and it hurt for 3 to 4 years. Yeah. I can still kind of feel it every so often. Yeah, and the quickset storeroom function is so horrible. It's such a horrible lock. Some safety boots. Kim was just saying I got to get new shoes. I've tried, so that's the problem with safety boots. So, like, they've got that metal, like, here's your toes, right? And then it's got that little safety metal thing. When I crouch down, my foot does this. And on every single pair of any of those, Red Wing, I've tried everything. Red Wing, like 3 different versions of Red Wings. Every single time, me crouching down and my foot kind of going into that position, you can feel it pressing into the top of your foot. Some of them are so bad that it's literally bruised the top of my foot. No, I don't wear safety boots. But I am being more careful on ladders too. No more tomfoolery on ladders for Jason. There was that other day when I didn't have a ladder and I stood up on a chair, rolly chair, and on a table to get into the drop ceiling to reset a system. We're not going to talk about that. Get the external. I mean, my toes are safe. It's not your toes. It's you just not paying attention and doing something, either doing something dumb, not paying attention, or a combination of both. Even paying attention. But I know I've tripped over the curb out here a couple of times. I've caught myself, but yeah, it can happen at any time. You're right. YouTube's releasing new features, but you already forgot. I don't even really keep track until something happens. You notice I did get rid of the top commenter thing on here. Try Brunt Marin. With or without composite. Time for the pen and kit. Time for the pen and kit. I gotta get the pen and kit. You wear your safety toes when you go shopping. The only real thing I do with the toes of my boot, like the sides of my, I'm wearing different shoes today, but like I prop the door with my foot. Like I don't prop a door permanently because it's too fluid. You got to move it around so much, which I hate it when people try to help me and hold the door. I'm like, no, don't do that. But like the door out there, shit, we've been. Whoa, what happened? Where'd my thing go? Hold on. We've been on this screen for far too long, haven't we? There. Just sitting here talking away and forgot all about what I was supposed to be doing. Anyway, Brunt Marin. I'll check into it, but I'm happy with the same things I get. The only thing is like the door. Like since I propped the door, the corner of it digs into like right there on the inner part of my foot. So that's the part that always gets torn up at first. Or the toe, because I use my toe to hold the door open. Toe always goes first. Yes, all KW temperature system. Titan Blue. Cord. Oh, you know, let's see if.
Bluetooth mode. The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Okay. Maybe. We just got to remember to do this part of it. Oh. Well, maybe not. That is really loud. Is that the right code? I never do that, so. If that's not the right code, would someone, would Rune or Wes hit the alert to test the volume there? Oh, notify. Thank you. It didn't. It certainly didn't, though, did it? Okay. Let's go check on its settings.
The Bluetooth device is disconnected.
Reconnect. 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 Reconnect! Froze it.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Back to the power Cherokee? I have no idea. Y11, Y13, B1, 1676. I'm assuming you tried all those. Yeah, I saw that notification. And you know, I did that. We did that trial run a couple of Saturday morning lives ago where we tried to do that, and I was like, I don't like this at all. And I see that now they're like, yeah, it's not great. You know, what I think happened is YouTube saw me trying to do that and they were like, we're going to fix it for Jason. Because he made a good point that it sucked. So we're going to integrate it so the chat will be together. Very interesting. But it's also got to remind me about my framing while I'm doing things. I mean, you know, that's really on the person watching that. If you don't want to come to the full screen, then you got to deal with whatever you miss. So I did an unboxing yesterday, and Banner sent me. You even tried all the motorcycle kits? I figured you tried all those. Is it a double-sided or single-sided or? What's up, Lock Leisure? You can't wear safety shoes. Your feet are wide, and plus my feet are narrow, so I'm kind of limited on stuff anyway. Like, I gotta get I gotta get specific shoes because I've got really narrow heels because I'm cat-like. You like vertical because the chat is over the stream, like horizontal. But when I go horizontal, it keeps me from chatting. And you tried all the Kimball and the 1620s and 1619s and all those double-sided doodads. That's what I usually go through first. Yamaha keys. 1623. Yeah, that's a good one. 1639, 1640. They're called Larson keys, but they actually fit a wide variety of things as well. Okay. Well, hold on. Let's make sure the everything transfers like it's supposed to. First off, let's do a camera check. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, they're pretty level too. It's impressive. $16.39 and $16.40 are good. You may have to cut the shoulders back though, because they are kind of short. It's one of the only problems with those. But Yamaha keys are another one that I go through a lot of. Yeah. No, I think driver's staying in there to back out. There's literally an empty spot right there. Unless that was like an Uber or something like that. Oh, Lord. I don't want to be frank today. What's up, Zach? I don't want to be frank today. I just want to go peacefully show you all my pinning kit. Alright, work. I guess I need to plug it in, don't I? Alright, be cognizant of the cord, Jason. Don't trip over the camera thing. Alright, we're going to switch to front camera and the front microphone at the same time. Let me get the mobile comments. Not that I ever pay attention to them like I'm supposed to be. What are we doing here? Ooh, there we go. All right, we are going to switch up front. Yeah, I just got in. Like, we just did the SCHLAGE kit, and funnily enough, so what was I saying? The banner order. Typically, when I sell oddball items, I'll just like reorder it. Like the first time somebody asked for it, they wanted 2. I ordered 4. With master rekeyable padlocks, you have to buy the core separately. The cylinders come as a separate item because they're less cylinder. So I had those 2 left. Same guy actually came back a couple months later, just bought those. So he did it right before I put an order in. So I was like, okay, well, let's just add 2 more because they were here. This is going to fulfill his needs probably permanently, and that means I'll still have the 2 sitting up front. Very rarely bought long shackle master padlock. You know, I ain't like selling them. Anyway, I ordered 2 of each. 2 cylinders, 2 padlocks, and they sent me 2 boxes of cylinders. 24 cylinders. So anyway, and shorted me on a bunch of pins. And individually bagged them again. And mother effers. Banner, if you ever see this, I don't know, I'm going to figure out a way to do the shorts thing. Stop putting your stickers over the top of the boxes. I've asked y'all once politely, but you're still doing it. I'll figure out a way to cut that. And shorted me on a bunch of pins. If they would have just put the pins in a box, like they individually bagged them, so I ordered like 2 of each pack just for a refill because I only needed like half a dozen, more like a dozen sizes. There was like 5 missing. 5 choices that I had were missing. The other ones, so they individually bagged each one of those. Each one of those stacks you see right there was in its own individual bag. Stop doing that. That's great for me because I get more plastic bags, but that's kind of silly. You waste of time. Just line them up in a box. Boop. Like here's your box. Boop. Wait a minute. Boop. Just like this. Boop. And here's you can go through and boop, boop, boop. Not boop. Not that. So because of that, they missed probably 4 or 5 because of that. It's like don't take the time to do that. Y'all are riding the hell out of that clock. But thanks for the plastic bags. If you want to send me plastic bags, just throw some empty ones in the box. Use it for padding. Come on now. 1611 and R. Yeah, the 1611s. There's like 5 to 8. There's like 8 really necessary 1600 keys. What's up, Miko? You're half an hour late. Shame on you. They are good baggies. I will admit that. They are good baggies. Which is, like I said, I'm thankful for that. Thanks for the bag. All right, we're going to switch. 1, 2, 3. Microphone switch and up front. And front mic off. And front, wait, did I say front mic off? I meant bench mic. Okay, front mic on. Let me get a volume check on that. Probably is okay. Yeah, like each one of these were bagged up like that. That's how it was. They came in just like that. Like no, stop that. Thank you for the bags, but no, stop that. These had its own bag, which is understandable because they may pop open. I get that. That's understandable. I can see it for these, but not for those. Those aren't gonna pop open. You know, they're gonna just be okay. They're just gonna be okay. Mic is good, thank you. Anyway, and they shorted me on the doorknob. When we called it in, we were like, blah, 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 this, and this is missing. And you sent us too many master corps. I have no need for 24 of them. I don't even like selling them. She decided to send me 2 boxes of them instead of just 2. I hadn't checked on this little guy in a while. Some springs. Let me let's move these plastic bags. Put these over here. Looking for a good pair of tweezers. Let me go get my little crack spoon. 234. Those are 200s, even though they're silver, I think. I think they're just really faded greens. Yes, that's what I thought. Alright, what do we got here? Are you right? Yep, you're right. We need some 63s. 63s is not really a common one to need. I don't. Oh, what are you doing? Are you that one? Juke. Don't really have a lot of room for any more springs. 120s could definitely be put in there. That is a common one for the field. The only time I use the only time I use this guy is going into usually like hospitals and stuff like that. So they're always going to have something like Sergeant. I hate that these two are side by side. Something like Sergeant or Corbin Russwin, where you really do have to end up using these little. Oh, look at you! How'd you get in there? Uh, 84 is not very common. What do we need here? 255. Okay, we'll get you some 255s. 255s, I believe, are one of the ones they shorted me. Uh-oh. Toop, toop, toop. Could use a couple of 300s there. Couple more 240s, and I think we're good on this kit. Again, they changed to puke green from bright green, so we got a little bit of mix up there. What are you doing down here? Oh, this is just a conglomeration of pins. Okay, I think that's good. Yeah, it's good. Curse you, lab, for that latch. I remember the microphone. What's up, Bridget? Oh, it's just a funny angle. They're all round. Yeah, hey, lab, make a better effing latch for that. Come on now. Come on now. They sell more pins if they do. By the way, that Klein camo bag is almost perfect size. Like it almost couldn't be any more perfect as far as this way. It could be a little more perfect on the other side, but I don't know if it helps. I mean, I have not had any accidents with that one, except once when I accidentally nudged it. But knock on wood. Alright, going back up front. And Mike. If we were playing bingo, that would be a bingo mark. I hadn't put the backer on yet, but I even cut off the damaged portion of the follower, made it a little bit shorter, but and smoothed it down again. I can now trust this kit. I personally have handled every effing pin in this kit. Is that in the right spot? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, yes, they're all in the fucking right spot. So I got to find some kind of spray adhesive. You notice I went with the uglier kit. I either have to make a decision here as to whether to doodle the rest in, or there's nothing else to doodle in. That's why they stopped. Or somehow get rid of that. I'm thinking about trying to clean that a little bit and at least get this stupid, whatever idiot did that. You're an idiot. Screw you. Anyway. That is a combination of two kits. One bump of the knee and it's all over. Alright, so back to this one, which actually did need a lot of, and I commented about that. I was like, I needed a lot of SCHLAGE sizes here, but in the video I mentioned that you can't really, it would be really dangerous. What the hell's going on with the... It would be really dangerous to try to use SCHLAGE pins in there because original pins don't work with other manufacturers often. Even though they both are 270, that doesn't mean... Did I ever get tweezers? Yeah, there they are. Alright, what do we need here? 45s? No. 90s? Yes. Hey, get out of there. I don't think they've changed the purple yet, y'all. Oh, yeah, they did. Who are you? You're not worth saving. This area of my... This is the one out of my truck. This area of my kit is highly exposed to... I see you down there. Highly exposed to cast-off pins getting in this area because I throw them over this way. So a lot of times you'll get cast-off pins in this area for me anyway. So I'm just double-checking before... Yep, I did see one. All right. Well, I see another one. Hold up. That is, what color is that? Oh, unknown. It looked the right size, but it was red. That is too. Get out of there. Alright, next. 90, 90, 90. We still got to do the bench kit too. So 195 definitely were needed. God, that's so ugly. I hate it that they changed the colors. Stupidest decision ever. Hey, good. Need some keys, mate?
Yes, please.
So I asked my IDN rep about that recently, if he'd ever been to like the Ilco, well not Ilco, lab. I didn't ask him about lab, I was asking him about the Ilco factory. Anyway, we gotta go back up there. Oh, why is it white? Somebody change that. Throw a rainbow up, or blue. I like blue. Work. And switch. Work and switch, and work and switch. And I'm on top of it today. Tiny L's on tiny lathes. Okay, 192s. Didn't actually need these here. 171s over here in the far corner. We could fit a pack in there. What you think? Of course, 171s are a popular one with Sergeant and SCHLAGE, or not SCHLAGE, Sergeant and Quickset. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to save this guy for the other kit. Ooh, that's shiny. At least they didn't make the gold ones ugly, right? Can you imagine how disappointing that would have been for the shiny gold ones to be this powder coat bullshit? Whatever finish. Oh, yeah. Alright, I'm just going to fold it over temporarily because the rest can go in the front kit. Alright, what else do we have here? 177s. That's back on the other side. 168. You know what? though, I don't think I have 168s. I actually did this before. No, I could have got rid of that 171. Damn it. Yeah, 192. 192, 195, 198. But I was looking for 168, wasn't I? 165, 171. It's not a really imperative size, so I'm not too concerned about it. Where are we at now? 210s probably. 177 is full, so we can go ahead and dock that one too. 171, 177, 210 was definitely needed. I've been stealing 210s out of every kit. I don't know how it got so bad, but every kit is slap empty on 210s. I can only presume I did a 3 master pin, master key-ish type situation.
Hello.
Hey.
I got a call earlier. I need some residential keys.
Okay.
I put my keys and my dad's on the same ring, but I need to make some. I'll be giving you the same key a couple of times.
No, I'm sorry for it beforehand.
I have no idea. What I think is one key is a back door, one is a front. Looks like these two are the same.
Okay, how many? Let's see.
I just need one more set, but for some, I think one is a back, one is a front.
That's a copy of that one. That's a copy of that one.
Is it? I got 3 of the same key.
You do. So, but you may, these are both Walmart copies, so no telling whether they work or not, but this is your original for that. And then this is a whole different key.
Okay, so that goes in the back door then if it's a whole different key. And you said this is the original to this?
Yes.
Okay.
So we don't know even if those work correctly because they are Walmart copies. So if you want to get one more of each,
Give me 2 more each.
so then you'll have 3
A
total
backup.
verified good keys.
Mhm.
Okay, you want me to do them on 2 different colors, brass and silver?
Yes, please, sir.
You want to do front door, back door, silver, or brass? Which one you want to do?
We can do the back door brass.
That's the back door.
Yes. I know this is my house key. This is our house key, right? The square. Yeah. Well, he does some on brass. I don't know why. What we gonna do? was trying to put a set of each together.
Yeah.
Front and back door.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't laugh at me. When he gave me his key ring, I stuck him on here real quick. And I was like, okay.
Nah, bro. This should get straightened out. And then those other two you can just keep for backup. I'll check them though, make sure they're not, they do work when you get home.
Thank you.
Okay.
Alright. And then I gotta figure out what these other two go to. I have no clue. I don't know. Try them out. If they don't, I'll come in.
You should be good.
That should be good, though.
Yep. Thank you. What's going on out there? We got reclaimed control of our parking spot. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee before I go up front again. We're almost done with that one. Now we got to move over to the workbench. Because it needs a few too. They already mostly got filled up. They were just waiting on that. And the missing ones. 285. I need 285. Amazon has brass magnets. Sweet. If somebody ever invented that, if anybody's going to invent it, it's going to be Peter Fox. I already know that 100%. Okay, we 210'd it up. We're good to go there. $219. Yeah, 219's a big one. Look at that. Back in my day, these envelopes didn't get dirty from shitty powder coating. Get out of there. Honestly, I didn't need to do this at all, except for the 210s and the 270s. Those can definitely be done right there. Now those are green. Green, shiny or greener. All right, so 243s is one we did not get. Thank you, Banner, for that mistake. And the 285s, both of those are not with us. So we are done with this kit for now. Just going to wait on the Banner order to come in. Good on springs, 285s, 243s. Whoop, zoom out. 255s. 255s, that was on the list. Yep, faux show. 255s was there. But that's gonna 282. I mean, I Look at that. Get out of there. How dare you? Oh, you too. Get out of there. I've been staring at pins all week, y'all. I can spot them from a mile away. Let's check what we were looking for, 252. We do have a 252 pack in here. We do have two 252 packs. We can get rid of one of them. Got to beat them up a little bit first. Perfect. Now if I only had 243s and 285s. Good on master pens. I'm not going to really do master pens right now. Alright, let me move the camera up front. We're going to switch over to different. Boop, back to the mic front so you don't hear me rustling the camera around. Ooh, that was smooth, wasn't it? You know, I don't even want to use that kit though. Like, I'm scared of it already. Yeah, I volume check should be okay, but yeah, we're good. I'm scared to even use that SCHLAGE kit because when I pull pins out, you know, I'm all like, whatever, I can tell them apart. You can't do that with that SCHLAGE kit. So, which is one reason I'm not fond of using OEM kits. Get back in your hole. All right, what do we got here, y'all? Come on, scoot back a little bit. That's as far as it'll zoom. Were nickel silver, yeah, but I think refills are because they're like $8 a pack. Yeah, see, lock and key. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Right, yeah, push button lock for all kinds of. Okay. Can you email us a picture of what you already have on the door right now so we can kind of go from there? All right, it's the company name, SE Lock and Key. It's all spelled out, SE Lock and Key at Gmail. aight@gmail.com. And are you wanting one that's connected so you can like remotely manage it, or are you just strictly wanting a push button only? Yeah, they're more expensive, but we can give you a range of prices. Okay. Yeah, just put door lock or whatever, and then we'll get back to it. Maybe Monday, but... Okay. Thank you. Alright, electronic door lock. Just got back in. You're doing my mostest favorite thing in the world. You're being sarcastic about that? I feel like you're being a little sarcastic there. Alright, let's get rid of these guys. These guys need to go in the top pending kit. And then these go in the top as well, because that's part of the top. So, let's finish this task, y'all. 210. Oh, look, there's a Soul 210 in there. Where'd you come from? Come on. Come on. Get out of there. Sometimes this is relaxing, just to, you know, hover over your kit for a minute, straighten it out. Now this is now at a point where it's a little too full to go full pack, and I just filled up the one up front. However, I do have one more kit I want to top off, so we're going to go ahead and top it off. Doop, doop, doop. Keep you out. How did you get over there? All right, what else do we have here? 171s. Ooh, they were already kind of full. Okay. All right, we're good there. All right, next. Obligatory siren. That's a Capitol Police obligatory siren, too. I wish I could change my thing from over here. You know, if I had my NFC set up where I could, like, trigger my thing to change it, would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? 195, 192. Rev that engine up. Oh, shoot, green. Blech. This is terrible. Terrible lab. Uh-oh. Okay. We'll go the rest of the way. The one bonus to this is I never close the lid. And it stays right here, so I don't really have to worry about it being over full. Alright, 195, 195, 210s we had. 210. What's this? 204, we're good. 210. 210, 210. That out because I know I need them in the other kit. 222 and 225s. Yeah, let's do it. Defeat them bitches. Oh. 285, 270. got 243. Yeah, need a 243 here. I think the only other one, no, 255. Or was 255 the one we didn't have? Yep, that's the one we didn't have. So we're just gonna go straight to 270, I guess. Son of a bitch. $90. Park on the line correctly. Come on now. Okay. Well, if you're leaving the car running, then I guess that means you'll be right back. The parts, yeah, the parts and stuff is definitely the bonus there. 45, we're good. So, let's pull out the last kit for this. Oh, springs. Springs! We definitely needed springs. What are you doing? It's a shim trim. Get out of there. In fact, pull you out. You know, I should have ordered shims, y'all. I didn't even think about that. I don't know why. Is that a... Oh, that's just a regular spring. Alright. I did that for a reason, because, you know, you go and you grab a spring, it's all stuck together. If you just kind of scatter them out, you can just grab them out of there. Like, they're already sorted. Otherwise, you end up like that. That's a little too much. Get back in there. Get in there. You're a little too far. So yeah, I'll just grab those out as they come. All right, we're gonna key. We need room. How do I make room here for my Woody? I'm about to pull my Woody out, y'all. Get ready. Because I have been stealing stuff from my Woody for a while. Mainly 210s. And 243s. Huh. Let's see. There. You are there. $222s? No. Well, but we can do that. These pockets hold a lot. I use this usually when I'm doing like a heavy duty master key job. Simply because the pockets are so sweet. So sweet. 210. Where my scissors go? What did I do with my scissors? There they are. So they changed the color again. Powder coated green to puke green. Alright, what's this one? 219. Get out of there, you son of a bitch. Really? $195. I'll go ahead and fill it back up. I probably should have ordered. Oh yeah, that's when I did order 3 packs of those. No, I'm not gonna max it out. Because I ain't got room for it in the other spot. 222, 213. 213? What kind of weird shit is that? Alright, missing. Don't need really. I mean, I do have a 306 in here though. Should I put it there, or should I save it for one of these? I mean, it'd look good, but... yeah, let's go ahead and use up one of these. 297. Just for the heck of it. Ooh, oh, too many. Too many. Shit, drop 2. Oh. I mean, worst case scenario is I have to spoon them back out into another kit, right? Just, it's 270. I need a 270. And 264. Ooh. Okay. We need our crack spoon. Went a little bit overboard with that one. There, 264. This kit's ready to go on this next adventure. Ready to. I used it for a while just for on the regular. The only problem with it is the drawers pull out. The master drawer pulls out under here. 222? Nope, we're good. Alright, we're done. Done, I think. 222. What's going to get there? Yeah. 258. Did I have 258? I do have 258. Let's do it. Last one. $225, could use it while I'm doing it, so not the last one. Did I have? I didn't have 225, never mind. Alright, you can go up until we get the 285s and the 243s. That looks like a 210 right there. I'll refill this part when I need to. I don't really need to, so. What in the in and out parking? Oh, I see you. Those are supposed to be like that. Dude's been out there in a white Jeep since this morning. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. $264, you'll fit there. $270, you'll fit right there. $258, you'll fit right there.
No, it's. Hello, hi. I just wanted to get a copy of this key.
Okay, did you want to just do plain brass or?
Oh, there's options.
Yeah, you can do any of these.
Okay.
Round shape head.
I will. Oh, I wish I could get one with my dog, but there's no doodle JSONs, so I will do sunflowers.
Sunflower. Okay.
This one.
Just one.
Yes.
Is it okay if we park here while we grab some quick meat?
Just picking it up.
Huh?
You just picking it up.
No.
I mean, if you're gonna be gone for several hours,
That's
worry
okay.
about it.
Oh, not several hours.
We're just gonna eat.
Coming back. I didn't realize it's how
Okay, 405s are total.
they got made. I had no idea that's how they got made.
Let me key it in for real quick. Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Why does it still say driving?
Alright, so there's to your phone.
Thank you.
Thanks, have a good day.
You too.
Behind a parking place. Where was I? Putting these back. Oh, hey, what size was this, y'all? 300? No. Is this 270s? 270s? Looks like it. $270, $258. 45. 45. I already have one left in there. Probably could use this one for. Yeah, let's go ahead and take it. Let's go ahead and take it. My kid up front needed them, didn't it? I'm gonna go dump them in my kid up front. You mean those? Yeah. It doesn't work worth a shit. To be fair, it was like the first version, and he said they didn't work worth a shit, so. Been meaning to do that for a minute. You know what? I can go move the, I'm going to go move my sign real quick. You know what, though? Never mind. Because then I'll probably permanently lose my spot. Yeah, I got two of the first ones. Whew. Hey, where's my other crack spoon? Do we have anything else to do here? No. I guess we're good. And that concludes today's Saturday Morning Live title. Reason for the whole thing, right? We're done. I'm so tired of messing with pens. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm going to take a hiatus from pen and kit refills. Oh yeah, the envelope. See, if I was lab, I would go back to this. We need this. We need this cheer nowadays, don't we? Bring this guy back, lab. We need Mr. Pinhead back. Like you could just print it on your pen pack, on your new, pen packs. It's fine. We'll be happy. It'll make us smile. 348. I don't know why they got rid of him, because some of them are, oh, that's specialty products. Because then they went to that without the guy. Like, why'd they get rid of the guy? They should bring the guy back, unless it was like copywritten or something at the time. There's a bunch of really long bottom pins. You almost never need that many long bottom pins, right? Oh, there's some more SCHLAGE. Actually need these. Those are O's. It doesn't say which ones these are, but they look very short. Oh, it's circled, number ones. I think I have plenty of number ones. O's is what I was missing. Oh well. Oh well. Oh, and Gumby, if you're still listening, your sorter, there better be 100 pins in this thing. Sorter really came in handy for that SCHLAGE deal. What started as a joke ended up being an actual particularly handy item to have. It's 12:44. We wrapped that up right in time. This one I used to use in the truck for shim trimming. This has trims many millions of shims, and it's still actually pretty sharp. It's a little rough. I don't know why I stopped using it. Probably because it needed sharpening. That rode with me for like 20 years. "45-minute warning." Oh, echo? I don't know why you're getting an echo. Okay. I turned it off, but it wasn't in on that screen. What screen was I on? The split screen? It shouldn't be echoing here, but I guess it is. Anyway, I turned it off on this one, so it shouldn't be echoing. Sorry. But it doesn't show up when I go to that screen. I wonder why it's doing that. Just because I have it plugged in, I guess. Oh, when I was on the main cam. Okay. Oh, it's been echoing the whole time? Damn. Sorry. 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 I can believe it, but I can't believe that that Bronco's been here since like 8, 9 o'clock this morning. And if you're going to go to the bakery, there's an empty spot, and it's even closer. I don't get that. What makes people drift all the way down here when there's literally closer spots that way? Is it like a last-minute decision? Oh, let's go get some cookies. Better be getting cookies. If I sit up here long enough, I'll turn into Frank. Anyone bathing in the fountain yet? Not that I've noticed. He did put up the railing. We do have railing up there now, y'all. I don't know if you're able to see it. No, you can't see it from there. Let me move the front But no gate. No gate yet. Once cookie people here, or haircut, one of the two, once they move, you'll see there's still not a gate up there. But they did put in the wrought iron for between the building and everything else. So I guess we're still waiting on a gate. Big ass gate, but a gate nonetheless. The ladder to nowhere there. Just the roof. Every so often they'll move it to the other side. It's funny they've never taken that down. It's been like that for a while. Kim calls it the ladder to nowhere, but it actually goes to the roof, and just overly long ladder. That's FedEx. Or no, that's got a refrigerated thing. That's the meat company delivering, or the seafood company. Otherwise they wouldn't have that refrigerator thing on it. We need to make. I thought about this last week. We're gonna make a for the mods out there. I'm gonna make a machine command, or maybe just anybody can post it. But yeah, J-Bot needs to answer that question, doesn't he? I'll try for that next week. Note to self, make a command for the machine answer. And aside from a few technical difficulties, well, maybe I'll get J-Bot to answer that himself. Second story door to nowhere. You just open it up and it's like a free fall down to the ground. I've been in a few houses where they have a full-size door that walks out onto the roof. Did Discord ever work out? We've got a few people that post on there every so often. It's not very busy by any means, but I've got it restricted for that reason. But towards the end, I can get a new thing out for you. Let me pull all that up and I'll post it. We're about at the end, 12:52, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up today. I may cut out a little bit early today. It's great weather. Kind of hungry. All I've got back there is what do I have back there? One honey bun left, maybe? And a bunch of chocolate Pop-Tarts. And I'm so tired of chocolate Pop-Tarts. So tired of chocolate Pop-Tarts. I gotta get logged in and all that to do the, where's my, there it is. Lock Force. Lock Force. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115 That's funny. Obligatory siren. I guess when we do the bingo again, we need to like have maybe a couple of spots for obligatory siren because it happens very frequently. Like we'll have obligatory siren and then maybe obligatory siren again. I'm trying to figure out how to share to do the invite thing. Give me a minute. I don't know how. Whoops. Oh, there we go. Pete over there repeating himself. Whoa, why is the chat flickering like that? Stop it. Eating shrimp. Kim said that she found, she was going to go, she always goes to the grocery store on Saturdays. And she was like, they have crab legs for $9.99 a pound. I was like, why was chat stuttering like that? I was like, that sounds good, but I can't eat just crab legs by themselves. So I was like, if you want to get some shrimp too, I'll eat shrimp and crab legs. So I guess we're having that tonight, more than likely. Crab legs are great and all, but they're not for me, no matter how many pounds you get, it's just not a great meal. It's because you're burning so many calories trying to get to it, you know. Now, if somebody was like, here's a fresh plate. We had a team of meticulous people plucking all this crab meat out for you, and here's a full plate of it, then I'd be like, okay, that's a meal. That's a meal. I eat crab legs until my fingers are so raw from cracking it, you know. Once my fingers start getting all gooey and rankly, then I'm like, okay, that's enough. But 100%, if somebody handed me a freshly peeled plate full, I would definitely. Well, you know what? I told her that. I was like, crab shrimp. And then I was like, and filet. She just looked at me like, whatever. You don't deserve filet. You only get crab and shrimp. I tried for the filet, though. Maybe I should have just said steak instead of filet. Honestly, filet is cheaper than anything else now. As far as ribeyes and all that. Okay, don't come in. Never mind. Oh, I can't do eating contests. Then it's just like we would both be there until we both got really nauseous. Because I'm not going to lose, and I know Wes isn't going to lose, so... Yeah, that sounds, A, expensive as shit. B, hands are going to be, like, literally jello for, like, 4 days after that. Down here in the South, it's way harder to get, like... You know, we have to deal with, like, shitty snow crab claws. I don't know why the chat is doing what it's doing. It's like... Blinky blinky. Okay, let me close this chat. Hold on. Let me pop out a new. Snow crab claws. Stop. I don't know why the chat is doing what it's doing. Okay, my screen of chat, same screen that y'all are looking at, my screen was blinking, like flashing real bad. Crab should be super cheap. It's an invasive species. I mean, that was the peasant food back then, right? I mean, crab.
My screen of chat, same screen that y'all are looking
I got a
at, my
double.
screen was blinking.
Stop. It was always considered like a lobster was always considered like feed the masses with lobster. But it's honestly nowadays more about the effort that's put into catching said lobster. Yeah, they fed lobster to like back in the day to like prisoners and stuff. I don't think they had butter, lemon butter freshly prepared for them either, though. So I kind of like dipping mine in lemon butter or butter of some kind. I don't necessarily know that if somebody was like, "Here's a lobster, you can eat it like this. We boiled it for you, that's it," and you just like, I mean, after a while, you'd have to get sick of that, right? Like, I couldn't eat lobster 2 or 3 nights in a row. I'd be tired of it after that. Crawfish is for people who want to eat bugs but won't admit it, too. Crawdads. It's crawdad season, like Wes said. About to be. The one thing I hate is think it's stupid as hell is for places like these cheap ass, well, they're not really cheap, they're pretty expensive, but like juicy seafood type places where you can go get like bucket. Why put seasoning on crab legs? All it does is make your hands gooey, which I know when you peel it out it comes off onto that, but I hate it when I see like, I'm going to dump a bunch of red pepper and paprika and all sorts of seasoning on top of crab legs. Like, that's the stupidest thing ever to me. Just keep them clean, and if you want seasoning, then separately, but not on the outside of the shell. That's the dumbest thing ever. They didn't start doing that until like 10-ish years. Like, you go to a Red Lobster or somewhere like that, which traditionally was always the place to go before all these other separate companies. But like, you never saw them serving it with seasoning all over the outside. Nowadays they do, but well, they do it to crawfish, but you're also it's kind of different because you're cooking it with it, like boiling it with that, all the seasoning. So yes, it is on there, but it's also not. Some people do sprinkle it on top of their crawfish. But if you boil crawfish right, and if you suck the head, you're getting the juice out of it. I don't suck crab or lobster head, so there's a little bit of a difference there. Some people do sprinkle extra stuff on there. I don't. If you season the water and boil it right, then you don't need extra on top of it. Let's put it this way. If somebody needs to put seasoning on top of cooked crawfish, they didn't cook it with the right amount of seasoning, basically. You don't need extra. That's moral of the story. Lobster or crab legs, specifically crab legs. That's where I see it and where I'm like, why? Lobster, maybe because you just have the tail and maybe the claws, but like I'm mainly talking about like crab legs. Like you have like 2 pounds of crab legs and they dump the shit all over it. It doesn't do any good except get your fingers dirty, right? Whoa, that is incorrect. It's Okay, let's go to the last screen. And let me pull up that link for you, Nathan. Thank you for becoming a Sticker Club member. I just see that. Just saw that. Appreciate that. Over on lockforce.store, which I hadn't updated in forever, and I need to get back on that. But there's so many other things that have been going on. That's good. That's good. I'm not a t-shirt guru. That was just for the funs of it. I do need to order my own t-shirts. Some of these are getting pretty worn out. Like my Bajizzy shirt. I need a new color for my Bajizzy shirt. Anyway, over on lockforce.store you can sign up for memberships and do all sorts of stuff like that. But here is that link for what you were asking about for. Oh. We'll leave that up for just a minute if you want to go ahead and click on that. It's not very active at all. I don't post there that often. A few people have been posting every so often, and you know, the more the merrier. But it's not really meant for public consumption, if you know what I mean. It's Lockforce for a reason. Lockforce for a reason. Yeah, they only go up to a certain size. Beyond that, it's more of a custom type situation. Clams, I'm not fond of clams. I'll eat fried clams from Red Lobster every so often, but not mussels. Kim likes green lip mussels. I'll eat maybe one or two, but I'm not a big mussel fan. Escargot is just the stupidest, most disgusting thing you should. Why? People always say, but they serve it in this nice butter garlic covered with cheese. I'm like, yeah, to not be able to taste the snail that you're eating. There's a reason that they boil it in butter and cheese, and so that you can't taste what you're eating. Like, why? Why? Calamari? I don't like calamari that much either. No, I don't like calamari that much. It's meh. When you join in on that, I heard a couple of beeps, so I'm assuming a couple of people clicked on that. You got to give me a minute. As soon as live's done, I'll go over there and set your thing the right way. So give me a couple of minutes after we get done with live, and then you'll be able to do whatever over there. Squid's rubber, yeah. And then people who defend squid are like, well, you just hadn't had it cooked right. I've had it cooked. I've tried it from every place that somebody says, oh, you haven't tried it from so-and-so. Well, fucking yeah, I did. I went and tried it from so-and-so. It tastes like rubber bands. They must have had an off night. Well, you should go over here and try it. Yep, had it there too. Tastes like fried rubber bands. Well, they must have had an off night too. Like, people will defend it to the death, but it tastes like fried rubber bands. Stop it, Dana. That's what I mean. It's overcooked. Stop defending it. Fried rubber bands. Howard Johnson. Are any of those still around? Howard Johnson's. Raw clams with hot sauce and horseradish. One disgusting thing I do like is the canned oysters. It's canned smoked oysters, you know, in like a sardine style can. I have a weird. I'll eat those, even though, and I like raw oysters, but there's too many like cooties in the water right now. Too many flesh-eating diseases and all that. I'll pass. We're passing on the whole oyster thing right now. You know, they're too iffy or whatever. Yeah, I knew I hadn't seen any. I mean, I know they're not any here, but like, you know, as you're driving to your destination and you go through like Hot Coffee, Mississippi, or BFE, Florida, little bitty tiny town, you pass this motel, and it's like, Hayward Johnson. We're a Hayward Johnson, you know. Shut up. Trying to film here, damn it. Like, I wonder if there's still, like, some independent person who, like, runs it just like the Howard Johnsons used to be, but, like, they're a tiny motel with storeroom function quick set knobs on their doors, you know. You like fried canned oysters? I do too. Fried canned oysters are not bad. They're surprisingly okay. You gotta drain them. You gotta squeeze all that oil shit out of them. So when I pop the lid, I'll like press down on the lid and let all that oil dribble out. I am also speaking from a Jackson, Mississippi perspective. If you go down to like Florida or you go down to a coastal area that serves it more and it's fresher, I'm always more inclined to eat it there. In our locale, we're pretty close to it. We're 3 hours from the coast. 5 hours from like an area where it would be considered like they know what they're doing for seafood. There's chefs here that kind of know what they're doing with certain styles, but like if you're not on the coast, that's a whole different story. Like if I went on vacation and we went to the coast or something, I would definitely expand my horizons with like clams or fried oysters or stuff like that if I was at like, you know, a seafood type restaurant. I don't get, anchovies. I don't get why people can't just park right. Some of the managers took over their Howard Johnsons and tried to keep them going. There was one in Denver about 20 years ago. I figured that happened. Like, we're going to keep our hotel regardless of whether the company folded. And the company folded, so you can't make us change the sign because we don't want to spend the money on the sign. I'm going to have to correct this dude. No ice cream. I can't say I ever tried ice cream from a Howard Johnson. Don't know what you're... I guess I missed out on that one. Alrighty then. Alright, I see you over on the Discord. I'll get you set here in just a sec. Alright, y'all. Time to go. Time for me to get out of here. It's 1:12. We're a little bit over. We were supposed to actually leave early today, and we just went over. So, thanks for joining in today. Y'all have a great weekend. A little bit cooler here, so hopefully it'll be a little bit nicer. Oh, they moved. Well, it's fine. I mean, there you go. And the owner's here. I'm kind of curious as to where he's going to park when it gets open. We have bats in the window, y'all. I'm kind of getting used to it. I don't know. Once that gate goes up, though, kind of getting used to the view from here, which is pretty much exactly what I can see from where I'm sitting, weirdly enough. We had a whole nother round of people. We had like 3 people in talking about it. More and more people are talking about it because it's getting close to opening. And I have heard so many times in the past week that it's like, yeah, I know. You heard this, you heard that. Everybody's heard something. We heard, you heard, everybody heard, I heard, you heard, they heard. No, that building's new. Not the front one, the back one. I don't remember which one you're talking about. They've been mostly ignoring the whole sidewalk issue. The biggest problem with that, though, as you can see, is going to be that. Like, the sidewalk is cut out, right? For an entrance. Because it used to be an exit. So the only way to keep that from happening is to extend the sidewalk. They're not going to do that. So forever, that's going to be a drop-off spot. No, we're going to pull up out front and drop you off. Which means they're going to be pulling up on the sidewalk all the time, especially at night. Pick up, drop off, Uber, Lyft. And that's going to be I mean, technically that's a danger. It is. You can't expect every one of them to park like that when they pull up to drop people off. You're going to have people like, man, like right across the sidewalk. And what if they're pulling in and that lady's walking up and she gets run over? Not my problem. Wow. No, they're not gonna ever redo that curb. This is Jackson, Mississippi. The only reason they got done to begin with 7 years ago is because a council person and a couple other people did a grant and were able to bring in a lot of money for a grant. The city themselves likes to say, "Oh, it's our sidewalks," until it comes time to fix them, and they're never gonna replace it. Never gonna replace it. I use the last of my my little printy things for stickers. So disassemble. Thank you, Bridget. I appreciate that. Almost forgot. Workforce disassemble. Hey. Thank you. Well, that would have sucked, wouldn't it? Thank you for the reminder. I appreciate that. They're never going to change it. After the new water treatment plant, they will do. We're still having water problems. There's still people that are like, my water's brown. My water's brown. People haven't been paying bills. There's like several apartment complexes that were getting incorrect bills, so they never paid them, or they got behind and they never paid them. And now all these tenants, they've already like cut the water off and caused people to have to move out of some of these places. But some of these apartment complexes, though, like a shit, like the city itself, because the water department became an independent entity. The independent entity discovered that the zoo, which the city of Jackson runs, owed like $7 million for their water. Well, they didn't owe it before because they controlled the water department. So it was just, get rid of that. Don't worry about that. But now that it's an independent, they're like, hey, the zoo owes us $7 million for water. What are you gonna do about that? So there ain't no way they're ever gonna fix the sidewalk in Fondren. We're actually meeting with the mayor this week. So we have a big meeting, and like the mayor's going to be there. So, which I've met him before he was mayor. But he meets a lot of people, so I'm sure he doesn't remember me. It was like a brief thing. But we get to talk to him next week. Got to remember that meeting. I already got notifications up. And the trip hazard out here, I've been bitching about that for seven years now. Directly to the past mayor. They don't care. All they want's the tax revenue from this area. They'll come to meetings and be like, "Oh, I agree. That curb should be shorter. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. But at the end of the day, all they care about is the revenue we generate for them. Go as Lishy Cowboy. It's always the city sidewalk. Our property line used to go out to the street, like to the end of the street. So technically, we used to be able to block off those spots, which we still do. Probably you're not supposed to, but it doesn't really matter. If you want, no cop is going to voluntarily stop. Anyway, we used to could block it off, and we had it like events where we had parades and stuff. We actually had to tell cops when people would catch an attitude about us blocking off the area for a private, public type, thing, like everybody around here does. Some people were having problems, and it was the protesters. We had to tell the cops, no, most areas, yeah, but then the city attorney got involved and was like, oh no, we're gonna commandeer when the sidewalks here, those are ours now. So now you don't have any of that. You do have that one little foot right outside your door. So I can literally do anything right there on that foot. That's not stopping me from doing whatever I want to, if necessary. The new mayor is way more receptive than the old mayor was. Let's just put it that way. Anyway, y'all have a great weekend. We're done with this. I'm going to go fix the Discord roles, get y'all assigned, and when you finish with a client, tell them to have a nice trip. Yeah. I tell the elderly folks to be careful stepping down out there, because it is kind of touchy for them. Y'all have a great weekend. I've discovered that I have to hold this position for just like a second for it to actually end on that. So here, I'm going to try. Ready? Okay, hold on. No, that was no good. Okay, ready? Wait.